Nelson Mandela, a man who dedicated his entire life to promote equality and secure social justice for all. A man who never succumbed to his difficulties and made South Africa a free, democratic and multiracial nation. Today, on his 103rd birth anniversary, we present to you his life and contributions to the world. Nelson Mandela was born on 18th July 1918 in the village of Mvezo in South Africa. From his childhood, Mandela had developed an interest in the African history. He was inspired by the tales of great African warriors and wanted to be as brave as them and serve his country. In his early 20s, he went to Johannesburg, where he studied law at the University of Witwatersrand. He was the only black student in the university and became a frequent target of racial injustice and discrimination. The African society was then divided on the basis of one's skin color. The people with white complexion led a prosperous life. However, the blacks were deprived of their rights. They had to work in appalling conditions. They received low wages, did not have enough employment opportunities, and were considered inferior to the whites. This system of racial segregation was known as the Apartheid. Appalled at the treatment of the blacks, Mandela made his life mission to fight against apartheid. In 1944, he joined the African National Congress, the oldest black political organization, and established its Youth League, bringing all the African people together to fight for their rights. He launched the Defiance Campaign in 1952, leading his association in peaceful protests, strikes, boycotts, acts of civil disobedience, and marches against the racist policies. He traveled throughout the country, making people aware of their rights. During this period, he was arrested several times by the white authorities. However, his commitment to his work and determination carried him through all his difficulties. He initially walked on the path of non-violence, but after the Sharpeville massacre, in which 69 black protesters were shot dead by the police, Mandela realized that apartheid would not come to an end without armed resistance.
There are many people who feel that it is useless and futile for us to continue talking peace and non-violence against a government whose reply is only savage attacks on an unarmed and defenseless people.
He took military training in Ethiopia and Morocco and set up the ANC's military wing, which carried out acts of sabotage against the government and its military. In August 1962, Mandela was captured. Charged with conspiracy and treason, he was sentenced to life imprisonment on 12 June 1964. He spent the first 18 years of his imprisonment in Robben Island, where he was forced to work in a lime quarry, due to which he had damaged his eyesight. However, he did not lose hope and continued his struggles. He shared his ideas and views with his fellow black prisoners and initiated the University of Robben Island, where the prisoners shared their expert skills and knowledge and had discussions on the political and social conditions of Africa. Mandela soon became an international symbol of the struggle against apartheid. People around the world started protesting against apartheid and demanding his release. Finally, on 11th February 1990, after a period of 27 years, Mandela was released from the prison unconditionally. After his release, Mandela worked relentlessly to end apartheid, and finally, in April 1994, Africa had its first fair democratic elections, and Mandela became the first black president of the country.
Never, never, and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another.
He was awarded the Bharat Ratna in 1990 and the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. The life of Nelson Mandela teaches us to never lose hope and face all the challenges boldly, keeping in mind that the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall.